Wikipedia corpus. Then this measure will calculate this log base 2 n into where Pij is the number of Wikipedia articles which contains both terms Ti and Tj, means number of Wikipedia articles which contains software and engineering both in same document, and Pi is the number of articles which contains the term software. Pj is the number of Wikipedia documents which contains the term engineering. Why we use this? How this work? Suppose now this is a simple process to calculate the semantic similarity between two words. Now suppose we calculate the semantic similarity between software and used. They are not basically semantically related. So, and used are frequent word. So here suppose Pj represents the word like used, then it may occur in a lot of documents and it will reduce the semantic similarity score. So this is the basic intuition behind this measure. Now the second measure is similar, but the difference between both measures are, here Tij is the number of term Ti and Tj co-occurred adjacently in the Wikipedia. In first measure we calculated how many times software and engineering occur in the same documents. In second measure, the terminology represented as Tij represents how many times software and engineering both are adjacent to each other, and Ti is the number of Wikipedia documents which contains number of term Ti, any softwares in Wikipedia documents, and Tj represents the number of engineering in Wikipedia documents. So this is slightly different from first one. Third one is the combination of both measures. In this measure, Ptij represents the number of Wikipedia articles containing Ti and Tj as adjacency, and rest of the things are same as given in first measure here. From observation it is clear that value of point-wise mutual information, PMI means point-wise mutual information, when taken in combination shows less value with respect to the first one, but it is more strict and give you the more accurate value. Now the second measure is normalized Google distance. It is the latest semantic similarity measure developed in 2007 by Google people. They are using this semantic similarity measure to calculate the semantic similarity between documents. This measure is actually based on the information distance and Kolmogorov complexity. Do you know Kolmogorov complexity? Do you know Turing machine? So Kolmogorov complexity, suppose Turing machine is the basic universal machine, means basic universal computation machine. Generally we say that any computer related problem is solvable if a Turing machine can be constructed for that. Otherwise it is not solvable for computer science. Now suppose I and j are two strings, ij represents two strings, then the distance or to edit or to achieve such kind of write I and j, the energy consumed by Turing machine can be calculated by using Kolmogorov complexity. In practical, some people achieve by using data compression technique, by strict data compression technique. It is possible to also calculate Kolmogorov complexity like, do you know edit distance or something, distance, how many times effort you will apply to edit some character in a given string known as edit distance, aware of. So to calculate the similarity, Kolmogorov complexity can be applied, and the another way to calculate Kolmogorov complexity is by using data compression, perfect data compression. You can search on net. This is also a new research area. Means what is perfect data compression? By using Kolmogorov complexity. You can also achieve this. Means what will be the energy a Turing machine will consume to write a complete string from I to j will be calculated by data compression technique also, but for that you need the information regarding perfect compression. Now I will go through this. This is slightly different strategy to achieve the. Here the Google distance is the semantic similarity measure derived from number of hits returned by Google search engine for a given set of keywords. Keywords are same or similar meaning in a natural language sense, tends to be close in unit of Google distance. This definition is also very similar that I discussed in semantic similarity measure, while words with dissimilar meaning tends to far apart. So normalized Google distance between two terms x and y can be calculated as maximum of log fx log fy minus log j xy divided by log m minus minimum of log fx and log fy. Here m is the total number of web pages searched by Google. Fx and fy are the number of hits for search term x and y respectively, and fxy is the number of web pages in which both x and y occurs. So entire calculation is a feedback type of calculation, user feedback type of calculation. If two search terms x and y never occur together in a same page but do occur separately, the normalized Google distance between them is infinite. If both terms always occur together, their normalized Google distance is 0. So this is the margin to calculate the normalized Google distance, means minimum and maximum margin. Now cosine similarity is also useful to calculate the. I already said that lots of similarity measures are not only a lot of similarity measures have a lot of different tasks. Now cosine similarity measures are here useful to calculate the semantic similarity between two words, two documents also. Here cosine similarity is treated as a semantic similarity. For example, you have taken two words, software engineering and engineering. You have entire Wikipedia document. Now what you will do, you will calculate the semantic similarity of software and engineering with respect to all documents one by one. And your average semantic similarity will give you the semantic similarity of software and engineering. This is also a way to calculate semantic similarity. And you already know the cosine similarity distance vary from 0 to 1. So average will also vary from 0 to 1. This is an example of calculating the cosine similarity between two documents. Here there are two documents. I highlighted the similar word through red color and extracted those words and identified the similarity and calculated the semantic similarity between two documents. It is 0.9439. Now you can identify that now there is some other thing like explicit semantic analysis. Do you know this explicit semantic analysis? This concept is slightly similar to the topical similarity. Till now, generally for research purpose or for simple software development purpose, we consider words which are adjacent to each other and then try to check whether they are really similar or not. For example, some words may be noisy words, some word may be frequent word. Means I am not telling about stop words, non-stop words. There may be some noisy word. So till now we are just considering about such kind of word. Now words which are not adjacent to each other, may be topically similar. As I already discussed, suppose a document discuss about software engineering, and in that discussion it gives some information like black box testing, white box testing, like that. They are semantically, topically related. Then how can we identify? Such terms are just, this is the extension of that part, explicit semantic analysis. It determines the extent to which each word is associated with every concept of Wikipedia via term frequency or other method. For a text, sum of the associated concept vectors. For a composite text concept vectors, it compares the text using the standard cosine similarity or other vector similarity measures. Vector can be analyzed and tweaked because they are closely tied to Wikipedia concepts. Means we are considering Wikipedia concepts as a idle concepts. That's why we are there. Means words present in same document, we consider them as a topically related documents. Sorry. Simple system setup to calculate is: first take the Wikipedia documents, build an inverted index like that, and they take text 1 and text 1 and text 2, calculate the semantic similarity, use the weighted vector Wikipedia, and then comparison, and then final. This is also a latest paper published in 2007. They use Wikipedia based concept to identify the similarity between documents. Means semantic similarity of adjacent terms with respect to Wikipedia for document D1, semantic similarity of adjacent terms of document D2 with respect to Wikipedia, and then comparison between them, and then calculate the semantic similarity between document D1 and D2. This is also a latest paper in A+ Gate conference in 2007. I think this conference was held in IIIT Hyderabad in 2007. Okay, I think there should be some break, because it will be over. So how you feel? Do you think that it is possible to do some research, or you can come up with some new research area? Now the research trend is going to change. Means there are a lot of weblogs available. You know about weblogs? Yeah, weblogs related to search engine, search query related weblogs. Means they type particular query, but and which type of pages they actually selected, such kind of log. By using such kind of weblogs, you can come up with some new idea to calculate the semantic similarities. Means how can you correct by using user feedback based, include the user feedback based parameter to correct the semantic similarity. There are a lot of research is possible. It depends upon how you think. So now weblog, I think it may be another thing, or you can think are you able to think some new parameter or attribute that is not used in those basic state of the art methods, like they use the distance between two words in word graph, prepared by using WordNet kind of article, but WordNet itself is not complete. So applying WordNet with Wikipedia will not guarantee you to achieve anything, because WordNet doesn't contain a lot of scientific terminologies and scientific terms. Even it doesn't contain a lot of new terms. So can you fulfill that gap? Means if you are using WordNet with Wikipedia, can you add something more with Wikipedia? Means WordNet to fulfill that gap and achieve better result, or reduce the distance between human annotation and not available things and available things. So these may be the research areas. Another research area is Wikipedia is very rich in English, but not rich in Telugu or other Indian languages. How can you use Wikipedia based semantic similarity on English document for other languages? This is also an open research area. Now cross language research is also a new research area. So they are trying to solve this type of problem also. Suppose you have given the Wikipedia pages in English language and you have to come up with semantic similarity for Hindi or Telugu languages, word pairs. How can you calculate? Because exact meaning is not possible for English to Telugu or English to Hindi word. And there is another thing, you know DBpedia? Instead of using entire documents, Wikipedia documents, Google people analyze that first paragraph of Wikipedia is very important for each article. It contains almost all important information for that article, and it is free from a terminology known as polymorphic behavior. Polysemic behavior. For example, suppose you open a Wikipedia page, type a title named gun. You will get a lot of information about toy gun also. In that gun, machine gun also, toy gun also in same article, not related to each other. This is called polysemy, negative polysemy. Some polysemy may be positive, it may favor your search, but such kind of polysemy will completely destroy your research. But starting few paragraph contains a concise information or condensed information about what is captured in entire Wikipedia article. You can use that information also in calculation of semantic similarity. For that purpose, Google people generally organize summer code or such kind of things. They extracted a starting paragraph from Google and presented as a DBpedia under DBpedia sets. So each DBpedia article is similar to Wikipedia article, but contains only 4, 5 or maximum 6 sentences. You can use that also. Then size will reduce to around 3-4 GB. You can easily use your computer to calculate anything. And any query or questions? Okay. Importance of word. Actually, importance of word terminology come from key phrase extraction algorithm. According to key phrase extraction algorithm, some very small set of terms, that term may be a single word or a sequence of words, may represent the entire topic or theme captured in the document. and even for that set of words, importance of each word may differ in the document. For example, suppose you read this article, first 4 sentences, you may analyze that the importance of all words are not same. Importance of words are different even in 4 sentences. Some words are very important and identifies the what I am going to say in this 4 sentences. So importance differ. How can you calculate? For that you can go through key phrase extraction algorithms, or you can use the semantic similarity also. But semantic similarity will give you the importance with respect to entire knowledge base, not with respect to a document. For example, in a document you use the word fighter plane. Fighter plane is famous word. But after writing the entire article, you have written that if you want to know some more type of plane, just read the document title fighter plane. Not important sentence for that document, but semantic similarity will give very high importance to that word, said fighter plane. This is a problem with semantic similarity. That's why it requires some different strategy to calculate the importance by considering the local context also. This type of things are used in key phrase extraction algorithm. If time left, then I will cover that part also. Put it in this, but I will. Any other question? One more thing, it should be clear that semantic similarity means similarity with respect to entire knowledge base. Semantic similarity doesn't mean it will be very important for that document. It will be semantically related to each other, but it doesn't directly related to importance with the document. So do not confuse with that. That I cleared in previous example that I discussed. Last of the article I written that if you want to know more type of plane, just go and read fighter plane. Not related to, not very important topic for entire article, but highly semantically related. Okay, you are interested in word sense disambiguation. I didn't get your question. Yes. What kind of negation you will add? Okay. Okay. Actually, the problem with text mining is not, do not, does not considered as a stop words. Yes, your stemming and stop word removal system will reject that. But there are some research which checks that what is the position of your negation word in the document. They discard all the rest of the words from calculation and calculate the semantic similarity for rest of the things. But not so effective, not very effective, because effect of negation of word is still not highly researched. It is still open. Even a top document clustering algorithm tools you will use, put not in every sentence that I am not related to this, not related to this, not related to this. They will say that both are in same class, because all other words are similar. So this problem is not solved completely, because what is the negation, effect of negation on entire sentence is also not solved.